Hello everyone, I'm Apurva the Book Hunter back again with another video. So I've got a very interesting book for you today. So this book is different from any other book that I've ever read. But before I dive into the book, thank you to all my viewers because this channel has crossed 1,000 views a couple of days ago, and I'm really grateful to all my viewers. Keep watching. I'll be posting very interesting content in future. So without further delay, let's jump into this book. As you can see clearly, guys, this book is Mario Vargas Llosa, The War of the End of the World. It's one of his lesser known works, but well, as you know, Mario Vargas Llosa is a South American writer, a Latin American writer. He's a great writer. I've read his Bad Girl, and it was a smashing novel. No question about that one. Actually, guys, in fact, this book I bought this book more than 10 years ago on a discount sale at a mall store. It was like a 500 rupees retail price, and I got it for cheap 300 because there was a big discount. And as you can see, guys, this book is quite aged. There are like spots all over the place, but even then the uh, page quality is good enough that it is still holding up. Let me tell you a little bit of this book. So guys, this book is actually a historical fiction, and in fact it is based on a true historical event that occurred in Brazil, and it occurred in the last decade of 19th century. So around that time, Republicans had overthrown the monarchy in Brazil, and basically they also had routed English from their soil. Even though there was a republic established there, the monarchists were basically rich landowners who were still prevailing. In fact, the whole incident occurred in the property of a landowner called Baron de Canabrava of Bahia. It's called the Backlands in Brazil. So in Canudos, that is the place where it all occurred, was Canudos. That was the property of Baron, and he was a monarchist. He was a So basically the monarchists were still trying for rebellion and taking the power back from the republic. And but the problem is that even though there was republic established, the monarchists, the landowners, they still oppressed the people of the backlands. There was not enough education, not enough food. There was drought, famine, flood, diseases, epidemics. All these plagued the people. They lived in a miserable existence, wretched, and worked their sweat off for their rich landowners. So there was superstition all over the place. Around that time, kind of saintly priest or a religious person came along. He started going around the backlands and repairing churches and cemeteries with his own bare hands, and he collected a group of ragtag followers that consisted bandits, deformed people, convicts, filicidal women, and he started to preach his own principles, like republic is the devil, and you should not take census or reject the money, the currency of the republic, that sort of thing. And he also announced that the republic is the sign that the end is coming, the world is ending. And he established in Canudos his own kind of like a, what should I say, it's a kind of like establishment or a village where he preached that if you gave up the god and settled down there, you would actually be saved from the coming apocalypse. So the thing is that when all this happened, the baron, he basically requested the government to send police forces, priests to oust these vagabonds. But the thing, when small company of police troops were sent there, they were routed and they ran for their lives. And uh, only then people realized that this problem is more serious than they thought, and people started playing politics all over this incident. The Republicans, they accused the monarchists for taking English help and starting another rebellion, for harming the republic. The monarchists had no idea what they're doing, and the problem is nobody really guessed what was happening. And all this time, thousands after thousands of wretched, miserable folks, they were flocking to Canudos, settling down there, in spite of the knowledge that they probably were going to face danger from the Brazilian troops, police, and armies. So, guys, I could tell you a little more about this incident and about the plot, but I don't want to spoil it. You can read the incident basically, but the reading experience would be better if you didn't know the rest of the book. So, guys, it's actually a really, really long story. It's just 750 pages long, but don't be fooled because every page is crammed with sentences, so the word count is staggering, absolutely staggering, no question about that. So, and the number of characters in this is just numerous, and the weightage given on each character, the space they're given is quite long, quite more than you'd like them to be, and that makes it kind of like a really dragging read, a long, a little bit boring read. In fact, it took me more than 7 days to finish this one, and it should have taken just 2 or 3 days, but well, that's what happened. And guys, while the author was giving just telling the story from the point of view of multiple characters, I did feel like the story was becoming a little loose. Not the neatness, the uh, composed nature of the story was not really there that I had observed in the Bad Girl, the another novel by Mario Vargas Llosa. So and guys, honestly, the tone of the narrative, I didn't really like it. It didn't feel as good as I thought it would. Um, but and in the end, I was as confused as the Brazilian government and Brazilian people as to what was the real reason behind all this. Overall, guys, I would say I have mixed feeling about this, and if you really wanna read this, I wouldn't recommend it if you are a casual reader looking for a breezy read. But if you're a patient reader and you really want to know about this obscure piece of history of Brazil, in fact, guys, this incident is none like it wasn't like anything in the world. Like you wouldn't have heard about anything else that has any similarity to this incident. So it's interesting in that way, but otherwise I'd say I have a very mixed feeling about this. It's a very strong, intense, and it's a kind of a tragic tale, so don't expect happiness or anything, but it's really sad, and sometimes you just want to leave it at that, don't want to read it anymore. It's so sad, just really, really tragic, just dreadful. Oh my god. So guys, that's it for today. I'll be back with another video very soon. Thank you all for watching this video, and thank you for helping the channel across 1,000 views. Let's set the next milestone at 10,000. So that's it for today. Goodbye, take care.